Hello there folks, welcome back. This is Pxy-VERSE, and today we're gonna make her buddy, Dorothy's best friend, which is actually Natashe Kacey. So it's the first time ever that I'm gonna model this character, make a model sheet of her, particularly for 3D modeling, 3D character. I have some drawings here on paper, not a lot, not as much as I would like for this sci-fi universe, but probably sufficient to have enough to have good reference for here. So I'll start out. So this is Dorothy. So we are gonna reuse some stack some different model sheets. Grease pencil model sheets from other projects. Yeah, so we're gonna first start to get, let's just check here the height one last time. Oh yeah, we start with 2 meters, right? Exactly. Actually, $160. Okay, so where's the square? I barely see it. Okay, there we go. So all right. So it's because these characters they are not the human size. They are much shorter than, smaller than human adults of the Homo sapiens species. So let's get a new file. General. Is there anything else instead of general? No. Okay, so we're gonna do this because we need a fresh setup here. We're gonna keep the cube. We're gonna just make a new collection here. We're gonna call this link Natashe, and then I'm going to add in here the mesh body. Geometry could be this color, yes, or assets. I'm not sure. Okay, anyways, here we're gonna environment. This cube will go here. So because I'm gonna reuse the geometry of Dorothy, so we can reuse the. So it's just more about the face that I'm gonna make it different, the topology. Otherwise the rest is geometry changes, and of course the costume, the clothes, right? So here the grease pencil, yes, we're gonna add new. Yeah, this will be a collection outside, so this will go grease pencil, not line art. This doesn't require line art because I've decided to do the line art grease pencil object in the scene in the Blender file where we'll actually be composing everything all together. So grease pencil, this is model sheet, right? So we could also have something else for but the rest is for armature, right? So this is outside of this collection. This, I hope this is a sun. No, so let's change it for sun. Just one is enough. Reset this, and without shadows because we'll be using EV. Yes, so this is really not important, but we can simplify those things. All right. the camera, yeah, okay, has this type. This is fine. We could okay, so how to start with this? Yeah, we need to bring the grease pencils, and so I'm gonna save this already. I'm gonna save directly here. So this is already in the asset browser system, asset library system for this new Scene 5 project. So this is Natashe. It was Natasha, but Natashe, because in other words she's called Tashi instead of Tasha. So Natashe can also work. Just decide right now just to be slightly different, and then I'll require some time to get used to that, but alright, so here we're gonna start to append some stuff. So we're gonna bring so this is not a difficult appending setup. So Dorothy, because it's just grease pencil. What is this? Oh, this is grease pencil annotation. No annotation is this one. So this already grants us all that stuff that is complicated, right? But so I have even a sketch here. So I'm gonna redraw a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna make a drawing like this of Natasha. So this is Dorothy, so it doesn't matter. But there is another thing that is important right here, and it is, oh yeah, I have this problem here. I don't remember how we get rid of this difficulty in looking at the grease pencil, because these are attribute painted. So now my new strategy is to be using, no, there's a lot of material. Yeah, this is a very confusing stuff. So now I know a better technique. So no more attribute, color attribute, just the got good materials for distinguishing the stuff. And so the material can change anytime, so this versatile. Color attribute, I think it's not like that. Maybe there's no way to change it afterwards, so this is can be pretty complicated. So try to use the materials, and this is probably way more disorganized than it needs to. But here we're gonna make a clean version for this. I'm gonna make a new grease pencil. Well, maybe not. I can reuse these settings probably. Just gonna delete one by one, remake, remesh. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep. Okay, where's the? I also have another project here, so we're gonna append. Yeah, save. We're gonna append here from another character which I started modeling, but also by reusing, right? So I think it will be this one. So what's important on this character is it's a different grease pencil. So this is Nixo, it's another. What is relevant here is that I will be able to make some comparisons. So okay, so Nixo is shorter, slightly shorter than Dorothy, although this yeah, I don't ignore the way I do this model sheets is different, because in Blender I have the grid, and so for me what matters is to start building using the grid of the head here. So I start counting the head from the top, from a regular, so this will be a head 8 heads tall, a circle head, right? But then the ground for the character is actually arbitrary. So you see, it will depend on the height. So for Dorothy is no, this is Nixo actually, and or no, sorry, this is Nixo and this is Dorothy. So it's very small distance, and so that means that Natashe will be probably a little taller. I don't know how much, so I'll just get maybe a little more, right? We'll see in the sketching what looks better, and it's always in terms of comparison. So I don't really need Nixo here, except actually I'd better use this one because I've made this later. I even have a video which is a speed run, and this model sheet was improved. It was based on the other, but it has got a lot of fixes on features. Not all of these features fixed were present in the video, unfortunately. I've made later, so for example, I have a top hand now. I have also fixed many things on the face, which is cartoony face, is very complicated, but I'll still need both here because just in order to compare stuff. Yeah, so in principle I want to use Dorothy as I fixed in the orthogonal views, right, the size of the scale of the feet. So if we look at, okay, I've already fixed I'll also fix for Dorothy there, but probably I did that later. So this is needing some clean up, all this stuff. One day I'll do that, but for now, and for some reason the legs don't start exactly. Yeah, I'll trust. Well, never mind. Yeah, so I don't know why you have this distance. We will see what looks better. So this one, I believe. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna do something now. This is cleaner, this setup, and here probably I'm using better, except that I don't know what are all these ones. Whatever. So to avoid more issues, I could just create a brand new gray pencil object just for the new character, right? Okay, we can take this out of the center, of course. And we're gonna go on this, yeah, we're gonna add a so I'm going to, after I just alt G that, right? So we're gonna add a grease pencil blank, and we're gonna call this Natashe model sheet. Alright, so we have just one layer. We're gonna call this sketch. We're gonna enable this auto lock thing. We're gonna also use this setup here. Align view lock to active, right? So now we have proper rotation here. The center stays the center. I want to be showing this z-axis, right? I'm gonna save. We're gonna go on the, yeah, we need the material here. So I don't want black here, I want for the sketch, let's get something. Yeah, let's get something like this. To start with, no fill, nothing here, nothing of relevance there, so it's just stroke line and then the there is the grease, yeah, the how will be the tool, right? So I have to configure this. So let's see, I have it selected, okay. Draw mode, and so this is not good. We want, so I have a pencil, I have a pencil soft. Alright, the pencil could work, but we need, let's see, I don't like this stuff, so I need probably to be working on some features here of this something about this brush doesn't take the... Ah, I see there. It's because it locks the... So it was just this? Alright. No, but this is not good. Okay. So... I had once in previous Blender 3, Blender 4.2 maybe LTS, I had a sketchy already preset, right? Maybe I should create it now if I ever succeed. So I want one which don't have this if possible. We want, yeah, this and this. The string often causes problems, so spacing, okay. Active smooth, I think we can reduce this. Hardness, yeah, we're gonna reduce here. Now this looks like the other. Yeah, very. Something about hardness that breaks the brush, but I remember here hardness. I'm gonna delete all that after the end. Randomize, no. Stabilize stroke, no. But you can already change these things. Yeah, so none of this. I'm sorry. Very frustrating with this. But we could sketch with something like this. This is true. Not ideal, but yeah, it's very plausible. Especially if I reduce the strength. Yes, so this doesn't have the problem, so we can use this for ink pen. Another way would be this one, I'm not sure. Nah, this one has got the bad thing. Okay. So this one is like creepy, but it's perfect for. That will need to change. Yeah, I'm gonna. Alright, so then there is the problem that I do not see the other characters. So this, I think I can change them like. So here is guides, yes, no, it's not guides, it's sketch. So we got this selection, we could select all, and there's an operator here to material. Well, I thought it would be here. Assign material, okay, so we could use here for now, so oh, no, not here, so body maybe. Okay, let's see. Yes, now it is appearing. So see, probably had one of these weird stroke things that really, I don't know how this happened. Let's just delete those things. And dot strokes, I don't know what it is, I'm just gonna delete. So then we're gonna go for this one, and here there's less materials but a lot of weird stuff. So we're gonna get to the strokes, sketch, only this one, yeah, unlock. Why we don't have auto lock inactive layers? Okay, so now we go here, we're gonna save, select this, stroke, select all, stroke, assign materials. Yeah, so here I don't know what is good material. This one works, okay. I'm not gonna bother about because this I'm gonna delete it after I fix the. I need to find a better pattern for everything, but that's good enough. So I will take off navigate. I don't like this setup. So this character should probably, yeah, actually let's do this, and why not, let's delete this. These are distracting me. We can clean this up, right? So finally, so yeah, the head will be here anyways. These characters, I don't want to make their heads, so use some keyboard keys, a bit like other software but different. So the chin, she has got a chin that is slightly below the other, so it's more like cartoony. Natashe has a more less angular and more slightly more realistic face. But it's still quite angular, just not as much as there. And so this probably will be, why can't I have the, how do I get the straight, I never know how to. No scale for this. Yeah, if there is, I don't remember right now, so too many shortcuts to take into account. Okay, so her eyes are also a bit more cartoony, realistic. So let's see, I have in one drawing, let's make some sketches here. In one drawing she's she has got freckles. So in one, her eyes are like this, but this is incorrect. The shape of her eyes, so it's not like this. So her hair, she might have something like here, has this this one, the side ones are bigger. Okay, well, maybe this is one of the drawing, right? So here we, anyways, you get this. So this eye is wrong, but we're gonna just checking here her hair divides in the middle, and then there is yeah, I haven't decided totally. We'll see in 3D, but anyways. She'll have a ponytail, but it's back like hair. It's hanging, and of course the ears. Okay, so this is one version, the least interesting. So just to see what I can draw on that approach, then I have 2 more drawings, 3 more of her. Yeah, so I don't really have any really good drawing of her face entirely, but the best one here which characterize it will be here. Let's try here. So here will be a better version of her eye. So indeed something like, more like cartoon, many cartoons or something more. Oh, now I remember. Yeah. It's like this but rounded. Yeah. Like Dorothy, but much smaller, much shorter in height, but with this shape, and rounder, very rounder. Yeah, so in perspective though, very cartoony. Yeah, and not, she doesn't have big eyelashes, but in 3D it should still appear, but just certainly not as big as some other characters of my style. So, okay. So you see, that also works, but this is way more interesting. So you see the chubbier face, or at least more roundish, less angular, slightly more adult. Looking, not that she's more adult than Dorothy, but okay. And so here, what? Yeah, so she still has this thing, even in the sci-fi universe. So fine. This I find very hard to draw this this kind of hair in general. Some easier than others. So here the subdivisions, because of things. There are a lot of superposition of stuff. so it's hard to get the... Oh yeah, of course. What I'm doing looks like I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, exactly. This there, it's not like this actually. This thing actually goes to the side. It's wide like this. Yeah, like this. Yeah. So this was I was mixing with another character concept. And so this could be go higher, right? Depending. That will help then. So yeah, this I never know if it should be like this or the opposite, like maybe this or just straight. Probably like this would be better. And then or maybe not. Yeah, or just rounded. Yeah, could be more like flat. And here the center of the scalp, then this will be more rounded. It's not squared. Maybe it won't even appear. It will appear. It will be on the bottom, right? So behind, I mean. And so here continues, and then there will be some massing of hair, like in the scalp. So it will be like, I imagine, because she has this crown thing, so it will be something like this, and then you have the division, and then we have this, and then so this will end up like, okay, the ear here, and then you see you have maybe this like here, then this will have this massing here, and here we got some lace and something here, and then the ponytail which expands, which is not a yeah. So this is the good ideas. So here what matters is to get the correct reference for the comparison, right? There should be comments for no, apparently it's not like this, so it's Alt S, but needs to be done on after the line is set. Okay, whatever. So we can see indeed that it is below the others, so this is important. So this is if it's not it's probably accurate, even if it might not be perfect. So the positioning of the nose then probably is the starting, and end is probably the same, but the size, the position of the eyes, we have to adapt. Because it's not as big as the others. Yeah, because this is designing, and it's easier often to draw the characters for me in a certain angle. It might be weird and boring, but it's easier. It's not that I only draw the character. I only know how to draw the character in this pose, the face, right? Okay, so here we got a little problem with this the chin position, but it's nothing too problematic. Maybe the nose here is a bit too yeah, it's just a simple line here, not much big. Not much detail also. Need to try to grasp the orientation of the face to get those shapes with more precision. Yeah, this tool is really complicated right now. But that should have... Catmoon, how are you? Welcome, Catmoon. I'm doing fine. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I'm making a new character. This character, Natashe. This will be a very slow-paced stream. This week was a bit complicated for progress on some of my projects. I kept streaming, but... Oops, what's this? Okay. But I haven't lost confidence. It's just that some challenge in the way, right? Otherwise, it's all good. making progress in those ones in the project, but great work. This is the first time I've seen one of your live streams. Already subscribed. Oh, thanks. That's nice. That's inspiring. Oh, so you probably have watched some, I don't know, maybe some rigging content. I started the channel with rigging stuff, but it except for certain content of rigging, there was never too much let's say audience, possibly because I'm not an experienced or good YouTuber. But then I started making other stuff like scene. Now I'm passionate about scene making, like you know, using the asset library system in Blender. Then we can link stuff, right, in big scenes, and that's a cool workflow. And this is what I'm trying to focus a little more now. And I'm making these assets or characters or scenery and object assets all to compound into the same, combine them into from multiple source Blender files to scene files that are bigger, that will be destination files, right? And here, so I need to make this grease pencil model sheet for this new character. I have about 20 characters to create, right? Fortunately, in the style that I'm using, well, maybe not fortunately, because it becomes a bit boring, but in terms of fortunately, it can be economic because I can reuse lots of stuff, right? The mesh, the rig, except for certain aspects of them, and so this reusability makes this cast of characters, right, making process faster. But because each character, I want to be very precise in the style, it's adaptation, right, from 2D to 3D. So drawings that I've been making for more than 1 decade from now, so it's very challenging to get the style properly adapt to 3D. So it's a struggle. Then rigging is a struggle. Everything is, but it's interesting, and I've starting to get success on this in Blender, right? In the case of Blender, starting to make sense, because in the very beginning, like about maybe 3 years ago, I wasn't even sure it was entirely possible to which degree of adaptation I would be able to make with my, not just because of my skills that were pretty small at that time, 3 years ago, in the case of CG art, but also because of I didn't know what the software itself, what CG, what Blender could offer for making the adaptation, right? So a lot of uncertainty. Then I've continued. Then things started to become clearer, what I could do, what I couldn't do. I had to make some harsh decision at some point, like I cannot make the characters exactly like a copy-paste 2D to 3D. Now those are different languages, but one of the best things that happened in this sense of adaptation, stylistic adaptation, was that I've learned that I could recreate the sort of recreate my the 2D style that I have in 3D, like create a new style but for 3D, so it will not be the same, right? The same, it will be an adaptation, so a new style, but it's a derived style from the 2D. And so this was what I've learned in the process. Instead of trying to replicate exactly, so I had to get my it was challenging, for example, for the facial features. Oh, this doesn't work, this 2D feature here that I want in the 3D mesh doesn't look good in this level of polygonage, and so many things like that. Very research, right, that needed a lot of trial and error and learning from the learning with from working on the 3D path experience, right? And so that was very inspiring, because I didn't know I could create a new style that I would like, that will be resembling to the original 2D style, but it will be a 3D version of it. So a different style that was, yeah, it was very curious finding, and I would never have found that if I would just have given up, or maybe if I had a fixed idea of, no, I need to adapt perfectly, that every single 2D feature must match. No, so I started to like the 3D features of the, I don't know, some, like in the mesh domain, the geometry, the cartoon characters, they usually tend to, there's a tendency to realism because it's 3D, right? And so certain facial features, they tend always to become in a certain way, a little some detail on the cheeks, in the mouth corners, the eyeballs, a lot of things tend to become all of the same, but we can sort of try to do something about those things. So as I started to appreciate a little more those repetitive shapes that often appear in 3D art for characters, cartoony characters in 3D, I also started to see, oh, they look good actually in my characters if they are done in this particular way. Yeah, so that's also interesting. So here we need to, okay, this, you see, this, the crotch line. So this character, Natashe, is a bit taller, so maybe the crotch line for her will be somewhere, something like about here. Maybe this is a proposition yet. I'm trying to draw her here with the proper, or maybe she might have a slightly more elongated torso and may also have slightly more longer legs. This is, yeah, two things, they come all together. So maybe for her feet we're gonna, maybe we're gonna, so here is edit mode, Alt S to shrink this. Maybe here, I don't want to go all the way through, so let's just do this. That should be fine. We can of course reposition this. Is the brush tool here? Reposition some stuff here. So maybe we're gonna, the crotch, we're gonna keep it maybe on the same, about the same height. We're just gonna maybe work on the legs then. So the knees you see here and here, so maybe, yeah, so if I'm working on the legs, so maybe it will be this. Okay, and then I'm gonna do something like here, right? And yeah, this leg it's not looking good. And here we can already remember one of the boots that she might wear. So yeah, so I have some propositions for clothes, yeah, about 2 here, yes, 2, even 3, let's see. Okay, there are very nice ideas here. You know, let's try this one. Yeah, so okay, so she'll have something like that. Then there will be here, then we have some triangle here. Okay, this is just a detail. Then we're gonna, she has a skirt. The skirt does something like this. Then we have this, and then we have also this on the sides. Yeah, this one is maybe not looking very well, so let's follow the curvature here. And yeah, so I leave the ghosting there because this is just the base sketch for that part. Oh, I already made the chest region. Okay, so it will be, so this girl here, Natashe, she is a bit, she has slightly larger breasts. Not too much, right? Just, and as for, yeah, so here I need to mix the assets. Okay, I think we're gonna make okay, so we're gonna get something like this here. So she'll have something like this. This part is just some extra things here, but here what matters is the this was one thing that Dorothy has in her jacket urban costume, so just have this prints things, but not sure how they should be drawn here. It's not an armor, it's just some aspect of the, so yeah, it's like a jacket basically. So here will be a jacket indeed, but differently from Dorothy, this jacket is just a ends here, right? So this probably is just actually this thing should go there. The details here are to be decided later, but you can have a big black here, whatever. As for this part, it might be asymmetric, so this will be another part of the costume. She has some sort of pilot gauntlets, say like that. Maybe this arm is too big. I'm gonna because it's inclined there. I don't know how to draw this yet. If it is like tall here or here, or it's both, right? So it's something that goes okay. This part here could be bigger, but anyways. The important thing for me is essentially the silhouette. And overall this seems to be fine. Let's see. Oh, there's also for this costume, yeah, here you can count with some lateral this could end up like a button thing. What about, oh yeah, this maybe this continues towards the top, yes. So these things are actually, they are more, they go higher here apparently. Okay, as for the skirt here, it's a little, yeah, it goes a little more actually. This is much bigger, and the skirt is also going about here, and there is no any particular detail on the skirt here, so it's on the front, I mean. This should be straight, more straight, okay. This is the crotch line, okay. As for the, okay, there's boots prepositions. Her hair, yeah, we already know, so there's maybe here it's too long, but I'm making them floating like here in the wind just to so that we see better. But the real height of it we'll see in the 3D or side view, maybe it will be better. I think it's a bit too long right here, or maybe not. Anyways, then we also need, so this will be leggings, so nothing different, nothing special here, but we could consider yeah, so their boots would be, for now the only thing I have is something like this. Actually this could be naturalized, maybe. I think this is higher, thinner and higher. Yeah, and then we can have this. Okay, so that should be her. We see everything seems to have matched in an appropriated way, the proportions. So we measured their height from the feet here. It's very weird, but of course after the characters are modeled, of course I'm studying how to fix that. Yeah, we can always just the original file, it can, yeah, what I've been doing basically is that I've decided, okay, the origin of the armature object then will be or at least of the root bone will be here, right? And here we'll have a different bone that will be like just a mapper of this height. This is not important. I could just to simplify everything, I could just raise down the model sheets, but it's some decision that needs to be made in the end to simplify the resetting of the, right, because you don't want the armature, the root bone to be like the character be floating here. I already tried, it doesn't work, right, when we are animating. So it works, this is very annoying. So changing the origin of the armature to here should work, but then I don't know about the origin of the other, so I prefer not touch the model sheet, because the model sheet is based on the grid, right? grid, right? It's then if I have to compare everything, imagine I have to reposition the no, just leave everything as it is and then just change the origin, right? Alright, so this is good already for her. I'm gonna now make the front and side view. So I might still be using these other ones as references, but not from this layer, but instead from okay, so I have a body side and a body front, right? So we're gonna start body front, and these, what are those things? These are cloths, yeah. So just what is this one? Ah, grid. Okay, no, not important. So essentially body front, and this is where I could probably reuse some these materials are not collaborating. I don't know which one is a good one. Apparently none of them is helping, so let's just make a new one and apparently nothing here is working. Probably this is a copy attributes thing. No, it's a copy. It was drawn with the attribute, color attribute, and now apparently I can't change its color. Okay, let's try the other way around. So it is stroke, assign material, this one. Okay, and never mind. So it just doesn't get the alright, so maybe this one we have to be doing something else for having it work. I'm gonna save here. Her, however, is more updated, so this one I can probably fix all those. So I don't want the sketch. We have a front cleanup. Oh, this is good. Okay, have a top body sketch for this, for the head, just for the face features. Side, okay, this is costume and not cleaned up. Hair cleanup, side corrections. Oh yeah, have even some strange, probably I changed the material accidentally. Front corrections, yeah, same thing here. So I'll need to be using these front corrections, and top is like the hand, I guess. Yeah, there could be even more corrections later on, but here we're gonna use these front corrections. We're gonna use front body cleanup, so I don't even have anymore the roughs here. So what I would need to do here could redraw them or reuse the copy paste this thing, let's see, and then rescale. This is latest, so their bodies should be the same. So yeah, I want to do, never did that, so can I copy a layer from one to the other? This is mirrored, by the way, so it would be like front body cleanup. It will have like a generate mirror targeting, not influence, just front body cleanup, I think perhaps. So you see, it's very precise. Took a while to make this one. There's a video I've published with that. I commented speed run, already mentioned. So this is all grease pencil object. So I want to bring this to here. I think that could be achieved by some sort of control link layers. I don't know, never did this between grease pencil. If I'll search in the internet, but that should be copy layer to select it. Could be this one. Okay, so gonna, this is the active, copy layer to selected. Aha! So we apparently got it. Yeah, so right now I don't need this. We can just move it here. And so we can pick this and actually select this thing, move to the side a little more. Here we're gonna use a mirror. Just for this. So my idea here, yeah, I'm gonna actually pick this, gonna approximate a lot. So my idea is being economical here. I could redraw, right, but there's, I can just also change the scales here. That should work. The scale will adjust proportions. If there something is very weird, I just can refix that. Of course, the face we're gonna ignore. So here, what we need to do is we're gonna ignore the face, but we're going to scale from okay, we can use the 3D cursor there. Is scale down. No, it's scale up. Alright, so then we get something. So it's not very precise. So let's just move the cursor. We can move the cursor like it's 1.5 meters Z. No, 1.6 meters. There we go. So we gonna try to match the feet to that. Yeah. Let's see, the crotch seems to be matching, yes. So see, I already draw the character. I know, like, it's this was not an accident, right? But an accident that happened because as I was drawing, I intuitively already have fixed those on the eye, right? Management, hand-eye brain coordination. But anyways, every artist does that. Nothing new for you, probably. So but it's funny, right? How come it's right? So I match here, and then this matched. Alright, so I think this would be her proportions. I don't think, yeah, she'll have a little more fat indeed, so the adjustment is probably correct. The problem is that I didn't scale this for the side view at the same time, so we have to do that again next time. And now I probably should do something like separate the head because I want to. No, it's not like that. It's move to new layer. Yeah, so I'm separating the head here so that I can just reuse some of. Yeah, I think it will be useless in the end, but let's see, what about the shoulders? Maybe the shoulders are a bit too high for this. We might encounter some issue here for the shoulders, or maybe it's just my drawing that, yeah. So the scale, I'll trust the scaling. So here I'm gonna use a different material. This is like blue, light blue. This will be orange, yellow, no, green, light green. We're gonna use the mirror. Yeah, another mirror here for just the influence of the body front, right? So, oh yeah, this is gonna change this one to layer. Okay. For some reason I'm not getting the because this is the wrong layer. Okay, this one is the right. There was lower opacity there. Okay, so we're gonna go for the structure here. So her chin, it's here. Yeah, this line, yes, is this line? Yeah, it's probably this line. I'm gonna zoom in so that we can just easily erase those, right? Yes, this seems I believe that will work. So you see, her face is, Natasha's face is much more anime-like, right? My past, I have a past of trying to draw anime a long time ago. So here we're gonna get these lines for the eyes. You see that the positioning of the eyes of these two characters, for some reason they sort of match from the top, because this character here has yeah, her eyes are sort of flattened like that, while Dorothy's eyes are like this. This other one was like this, and while hers, Natasha, will be like here. So you're gonna need to be careful that this is difficult, and there might be some mistakes that we'll have to fix later, because its model sheet is very, very tough to get good, and I've never done this particular character here in 3D. So okay, so you see, this will be like she doesn't have crazy eyelashes, but we can, in 3D we can create different style of eyelashes. Is interesting, different ways to. So here the pupil will be about here, so we can try to match their center. You see the ghosting of the previous drawing, so this character is sort of confident, calm, funny, caffeine addicted. So here for the nose of this character, this, you see, a nose that is down, it's much lower, I mean, it's slightly larger than the others, so I have to do the traits on because of the symmetry. We'll see how that will work in the, and as for the mouth, so this is another trouble. So we're gonna have the mouth upper maybe, and the bottom lip. Okay, so let's try this for now. The freckles, okay. Just to have them here, so just 3 would do. maybe one more here, whatever. So this line is sort of important. We'll try to match with the nose here. Is the cheek, upper cheek. And here the neck, yeah, so this will be, yeah, so there's some transparency here. I'm leaving this on purpose so you can understand the character design. Alright, then as for the ears, maybe I'll do some changes here. Alright, and the hair would be something else, so we don't, it should be on another layer. Well, so that would be it, right? We don't have to do anything else here except for the yeah, so the front view and orthographic on my car is very weird for the neck. Here it's working, but here because the chin is a bit more down, so there seem to be low visibility. Yeah, the neck barely appears. This might look strange, so a good reason maybe to elongate the neck a little more, but or lower the that means make the character a bit taller maybe because of the neck. So this is something that I can probably fix on the 3D if it looks too weird, but orthographic it's very bad, right? So for here, get this shape here because it's actually, it's not this, the head is not a circle, right? So this will be the true shape, and this maybe I should make this bigger, maybe not. We'll have to decide this. Maybe the chin, there's some slightly, if I made it slightly higher here, so it's good for me to leave something a bit bold like here, so that we can have a like a margin of choice, programmed margin of choice. So this is a thing that I've learned through from this experience of doing this. Also, it might seem that are the eyes too close together? No, I think they are. The other cards like that too from the orthograph, so we'll keep that. We can always readjust that on 3D. We're gonna do more of this. This time I'm going to make the one of those easy highlights here. So it will be, hold on folks, the transferring, copying grease pencil model sheet layers between different grease pencil objects or different GP character designs. Designs. Alright, so that's very simple. So I'm copying here the, again, I already did for the yeah, so this is not this one. This one is a more achieved model sheet from a previous character, and I'm reusing some of its data here. So this front body, for example, is from this one. But how do we copy if there are two grease pencil objects? So one way that, of course, Blender has these principles, but sometimes it's slightly different. We have to relearn, right? So in the grease pencil is not too different. We need to get this one, the destination one, the one that I'm working on. Shift left mouse button click the source one, and then we could actually Control L. No, this I think not, so I don't know from there, but we can go directly in this active, the source. I want to bring some here on the layers data, right, the data tab for the properties editor. Then we go layers panel, then we want there are many layers here, so I'm gonna transfer only many layers at once. Last time I did copy layer to selected, just one layer to the selected grease pencil objects. I just have this one here, the extra is the destination. So but this time I want to copy all layers to no, okay. So maybe that will be, yeah, I'll do one by one, okay, because it will be easier. It will be very messy then. So I need the side body. Yeah, we don't see here, but it will be this. So copy to selected. Now it is here also. We want the costume, no. So hair cleanup, no. Side corrections and front corrections and top correction. Okay, isn't there a top body sketch? What is this one? Okay, we want this too. So it's a top view, and that are sometimes can't seem to. Okay, there they are. Yeah, so for the hands. Here the materials are a bit broken, but we're gonna change that. And here is for the face. It's very important for cartoony character designs, actually any character design 3D, to have a top, maybe bottom, the top view for the facial features, the skull. Sometimes I found out that it's very useful for me. Okay, so we need, actually I did it wrong. I need to do one by one, right? So top corrections, yes, so copy to selected, front corrections, copy layer to selected, side correction, copy layer to selected. So 3 views, right, of corrections that I've made. After that I was modeling, then I went back to make this. Oh, this is better in 3D than what I've originally drawn on 2D. So back and forth readjustment, so we get you can improve our drawings, our model sheet for 3D from these iterations, right? So front costume, no, not costume, so body, top one, so copy layer to select. I don't know which one already copied, or maybe, well, it will be doubled anyways, we'll see. So front I already have. What I'm doing, it's the side, so probably the side already, yeah, I remember I already copied the side. So now this is ready. It means that I can probably just hide this grease pencil. If I reset, it goes back to the origin, right? This is just a sketch, it's on purpose to the side, but front view, you see it will be here. So just leave the sketch, let's move it to the side and hide, because this is done. I probably won't need this to be used anymore in this scene, right, for making this new character. So this one, now we've got this one. Okay, we got the sketch layer is this. We got the guides. Okay, I don't remember what are those guys. I'm gonna delete. Oh, I'm deleting I have the wrong selection, right? Let's go back here. Okay, so you have the sketch, some faces here. This is still model sheet, right? It's not just orthographic. Everything that can help in understanding the character is are actually can be considered model sheet. So it's a broader concept. Side clean body. Okay, so we're gonna start this one. Then we have top corrections. Let's see if the material, yeah, the materials was changed, so this is appropriate. But we need different materials for this, but this will be a later thing. Side corrections, also we can see what they are. This is a crotch reference, yeah, the lower torso. From the side view, the size of the feet and the scale of the feet, right? And they can go very weird on an orthographic view. The joint of the ankle regarding the bones from the outer side, right? And here it's just the correction for the top, which here this is probably this I didn't fix entirely, but in the I didn't make the revision backwards for the, but the model was good, the 3D model with so now yes, let's hide everything here. I'm using this auto lock inactive layers. We're gonna hide everything. I think I'm gonna keep this. No, we're gonna, yeah, I want to keep this, so I'm gonna select this, rotate on Z axis, X. Okay, so when I look to the side we see this. Now I'm gonna go for the side corrections and side body cleanup. You see where we can compare what was some adjust. Oh, this is important. You see that even the correction, which is what is in black there, it's still, she's still it's still not the same. She is taller. Yeah, like she grows from, they grow from their heads. So it's but you see it's alright. So but what does that mean for Dorothy then on the side view? Because Dorothy also has so this model sheet, yeah, they would have almost the same. It's a bit confusing right here. I need to remember what I drew for the alright, so to adjust this, I see it's, I'll need to look for Dorothy on the front. There's front guide, no, front here, okay. Then I'm gonna rotate the object, right, because who cares. I'm just gonna reset, and so here you can see from the actually not what I wanted. So I need to check the Natashe one. Front. No, not front correction, just front. Now check this and yeah, so we see that the crotch here of Dorothy is, yeah, it's slightly above. It might be above. I would need to check the 3D model actually. So there might be a little problem here. But anyways, so reset this. I'll have to compare them, so I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna go to Dorothy and yeah, we could actually check from here. Let's also turn off the star here. So I have to check here the model sheet. So what does the, yeah, so there was elevated crotch in relation to the sketch, very subtle, very slight elevation, but this indicates that the mesh is corrected. So but just as a memory model sheet, so you can say that Dorothy, yeah, crotch slightly, yeah, like heighten Dorothy GP. Yeah, that's it. It should be higher than Natashe. Alright, Natashe. Fix, heighten slightly. Alright, this is must compare multiple characters. Alright, that's it. Yeah, must compare like grease pencil cards and that's it. So it's a comparison between the model sheets as I was doing there, and also of the 3D models themselves, right? Alright, so now the side view, there's another thing that I want to do, so we have here a front body, and I want to change these materials to light green, and that worked. Okay, so we got her chest, yeah, her breasts should be larger, so this we'll have to investigate from Ah, she went, okay, rotate Z negative 90. Yeah, so you see that we'll have to deal with some variations here. And it's tricky, right? I don't want to delete the original reference. Gravity should change the nipples position as well. So yeah, we have no choice here. We need to make some cleanup here and make these adjustments. Alright, I think this is good now for the most part. Maybe the neck a little thicker, and that will be it. There is also front corrections. This is more about the oh yeah, this is not scaled. Yeah, I still have there, so I probably can scale this alongside. I don't know how much I scaled, so this is a problem, but something here is not matching. Okay, this is the Alright, I understand. So I need to match the foot maybe. So see the scale of the foot, scale of the hands. And here the positioning of the navel, see maybe a much larger well, this is difficult for me to tell right now, but that's an interesting proposition. Probably this was taken directly from 3D models, so it must be accurate. So this character actually, this line might be even lower than I thought. For some reason the navel goes up, right? Oh, of course, is that this was for the other character. Okay, never mind. So this is a correction. There are multiple corrections going on, of course. but assuming that I was trying to differentiate Dorothy, right? Let's make some tests here. I can't move here, but I can move this. Let's see. Yeah, this seems to be the... So I tried to level with the fit the scaling, which might have been a bit bad idea. So here is the... I leave these ones here because I really don't know. But what I'm going to do is that as for here, I'm gonna merge this. No, I want just the hand. The hand and the feet, exactly. So I'm going to go this one and get the front body. I'm gonna delete these ones. I'm gonna pick this one, which is front corrections. You're gonna just this part here, and we're gonna first we're gonna stroke assign material light green and move to front body. It's locked, okay, locked. Move to front body. Okay, so now we have this, and for me it looks very weird in the front, but for the 3D model that is what works. So orthographic madness in play. So here we can simplify this, make this a bit cleaner, I guess. Probably can use the, how do you call it, not normalize, it's the stabilizer. What am I doing here? It's lagging a little with the stabilizer. Erasing and stabilizing. Especially erasing. Stabilizing is just the typical delay, but erasing it's very, very bad. And for some reason it deleted the other side. It's like, I don't understand what's going on. So front corrections. Oh, I'm still in the wrong layers. How did? No, it's not possible. I moved everything. Okay, it's not so bad if that was the case. So we're just gonna no, okay, so I don't know what's going on here. Okay, then let's fix the hands here. This is also easy. We're gonna get an edit mode here for the body. So we want to delete these meshes. Then I pick on the front corrections this, and we're gonna assign materials light green, move to from body, there, cleaned. So fit is just that this, for some reason, it gets all the body duplicated for some unknown reason. Oh no, it's because I need to lock. Alright, this is just what I have here. And apparently this is what I was drawing, so there we go. Alright, this is almost, it's just way, so the last thing is this front correct. So I want to simplify this, but if it's very complicated, front fix, so I'll just leave this with a special color. Alright, so this will be to be revisited later. I won't bother with it now. And here we're gonna get a different view here. We're gonna get here I need this one. Here we're gonna get a side view here. Matchings here of this need to be manual. This is very bad. It's not the quad view, which is we can automate with some option here. There's a special quad menu that tapped which appears, or panel. So you move one, the other moves in sync. This will be ideal, but we would like to have it in not a quad view also. Alright, so this is not perfect, but no, it's not this one, it is... Yeah, this is too big. Or it's just not fixed yet, yeah, so... Alright, this looks good, but I'm gonna need here we need to address the So side correction will become side fix, and we want this. And what is this one? This one was for it's a separated face, which doesn't matter anymore. Alright, so this is very cleaned now. Side view here, front view, but we need the front. We will use the fix also. Side body, we're gonna change this material here. We're gonna get light blue, why not? And for the side fix, we'll also use the fix here. Alright, so already we have a problem here, so we're gonna do something here. Join, no. We're gonna split here. Join right. Okay, the important thing is that they don't rescale. Sometimes it happens here. It's very bad. There's a threshold in which that happens. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back. Yeah, we need to, it's all locked, so we want side body, and this fix is very weird. No, it's because we got something wrong. Yeah, so let's join right. Okay, let's do this. Subdivide this thing here. Yeah, okay. So let's use numpad plus. That will maintain the organization, right? Okay, so wait. I need to scale, of course. Totally forgot. So we're gonna pick this and these two, and I'm gonna scale from that position of the 3D cursor, which I cannot see. I won't touch that, but I know it is on top. So the idea would be to scale this according to, it's very hard to see here, but we can be changing back and forth. There are many references to match. I think just a little more. So these lines, the orange lines, they are matched, which I believe was, even though it might not be correct, it was a correction for it is a reference for the scaling, right? Well, no, because I've scaled this later, I guess. Yeah, so we are gonna try to rely on... It looks okay. Except for the bottom, yeah, so now we're gonna scale up a little, and we can always readjust these settings later. Alright. So now that we got this, we can get to the body. The rest is locked. We're gonna delete this gigafit, and we're going to select this. No, side fix. We're gonna unlock, move to side body, and also stroke, assign material light blue. And then of course here we could material here. Erase this, then we can remake this. This seems fine, right? Looks good. Okay, then let's check here. Seems matching, seems fair. Okay. Here we're not gonna touch this madness. Now we're gonna need to fix the so using the numpad numbers and with control, often we can get this snappy change which have exactitude, but unfortunately it's often not sufficient for, it's not fast, so it's very annoying, but it gets the job done. So in many cases that's the way to go. So here we'll have to clean some stuff here in order to get the new shapes. And here I cannot zoom, so I'm gonna use the brush, the eraser. Yeah, it lags anyways, so very frustrating. But okay, this might be good enough. This was the tool, right? So it's risky because I don't have anymore the original reference, but okay, we have. I'm still an artist, so I can fix that with a new so here, yeah, we'll have a little more rounded stuff here, and that's it. Now for the face, that will be more complicated. We'll need to bring, I can't do that. Okay, so I need to bring here the front view. Gonna, well, it's not here, so it's the sketch. So we need this sort of a 3/4 view to, we don't need the rest, so we can bring this down. And we probably need to spam some plus 2 times. Quad view with the follow synchronized does all this automatic, but it's very poor viewport because those areas, they are very small. Can't do anything with that. It's just too frustrating. So there's an urgent need to Blender. They're not gonna fix this anytime soon. I think I already reported or mentioned the problems. I think I did. But proposed an additional feature, so sort of synchronized view for this kind of customized setup. Some things they are able to fix, some things not. So this is, you never know, so in doubt it's better to propose something than not. Alright, so here what I need is that I'm gonna make a new face here. Well, I could use the side fix, right? Yes, could use the side fix. No, but it has some data there, and actually already this moves to the side body. So I'm gonna make a new one just for, yeah, it's just a temporary. So side body, I'm gonna reduce opacity, and you're gonna draw the head based on, yeah, those different references. Here, so the nose starts about here and it points here, yeah, something like that, and the chin is larger, so the chin is about here. We'll have a problem with the chin here. It's always complicated this in this character design. Okay, so maybe this something about the chin here is going too far, right? Probably I need to bring this a little back. the positioning of the mouth will help. So probably I see the lower lip. So the mouth is here. Okay, so I see. So I've probably exaggerated this line is probably wrong. It needs to be rounded. And then we have here the freckles, I think that's what we call them. The nose could be a bit more, yeah, here. As for the eyes, here it's, yeah, I remember the positions are nearly the same for the top, but for the bottom, this seems to be similar to what I have here. Okay. I think I'm drawing the wrong place. Yeah, mistake. Terrible mistake. So that just means that I have to redraw this, clean up. Well, maybe not redraw, but just clean up. The problem is that it's hard to delete now. After erasing is. Positions are matching, so we don't care. And here I think that's okay. So it's here that I have to fix those double details. All the reference here which don't matter anything anymore, for it will be faster deleting this on this mode. Yeah, and here we are just I hope to work up to using a grease pencil in the future. For now, I just use the mouse. Yeah, grease pencil with the mouse. Yeah, unless you can control some sort of pressure, right? Pressure. I use the table, like a graphic palette. It's it's difficult to draw without that. Some artists can draw with a mouse, right? Yeah, I can draw in the mouse, but it will be very, very difficult. So but you can draw, if you draw, you can draw model sheets on paper and you can scan them. Also, it's much better in certain ways, right? I just do them on Blender because I like the grid, and it's like, the cool thing is that it's easy to, it's not easy, it's like you have flexibility then to change the model sheet, because if it is an image, well, you can edit, but you need to go on a software or something like that, maybe Blender image editor, but which is horrible to make editing of image. But so the cool thing about grease pencil, despite it is being super complicated, yeah, it takes you need the good techniques, right? They are all spread into multiple tutorials, the workflow. So because there are many things to it, in materials, the layers, then you have the visibility. The visibility features are very complicated. Still, right now, I'm still suffering. So the brush. So it's just paint. Not other software like Krita, specialized in 2D art, right? Are also quite complicated, but they are much less complicated. It's much easier to find what you need and to find a good brush and to organize the layers, which look like Photoshop. So the experience in Blender for 2D art is, my opinion, is just besides the lag, it's very hard to get a sketching brush. There are many requests for that. My computer lags, too easy to lag. If you need to clean up then, because it doesn't have a sketching feature, so probably need to clean up this stuff. But for this small project, yeah, it should be good. I'm not animating this grease pencil, so there's not a big deal about the, but should be good to, they make all the strokes that I'm making, that make hundreds, dozens and dozens of extra points, these points here, and that just makes everything too heavy, and you have to fix it with a simplify. Actually, they improved this feature, so you need to do something like simplify and then adjust here with fixed, and there's some, but we can't do it randomly. We need to know what is happening here. We need to compare it with the final result to not destroy the strokes, right? I just changed it. So in the end, I think it's grease pencil is something that at this point in time, it's totally worth learning. Not necessarily for model sheet, right? This model sheet idea, maybe it's not the best ones, but actually it's cool because it grants this flexibility, right? I think that's the only reason that to use it. It's because of flexibility. I have always the model sheet. I can readjust it directly in Blender, so this is pretty cool. It fastens certain workflows, but although it makes things more complicated. But the other thing is also bad. You make a model sheet, then you bring it here, and okay, it's static, right? You still have to do a lot of things in order to have it work for the 3D. So there's not a one ideal solution, right? But I think that it's worth learning grease pencil anyways, even if it's not for even if it's not for model sheeting. Okay, this looks like her, more or less. So here we want to this is just a reference for this cheek curvature. We just have too many strokes here, but this seems to be working for the most part. I'm not very fan of the inclination of the neck for some reason, but it is like that because apparently that's what works for the character, the model sheet or the character design, so the anatomy of this character. So yeah, that should be good. Here I think something wrong about the positioning of the chin. Maybe the nose here goes too far away. No. Let's check this. Is in the second square here. The tip of the nose seems to be on the second square, so this is wrong. Yeah, but that will make things super bizarre here to work with. Here this curvature also seems to be incorrect, so here it's about here that this goes. Draw a line. And yeah, the problem is that I cannot decide that the chin should be here, but if it's here it just gets the neck too far. So this is the idea, that maybe the neck needs to be more elongated for this character, although it already scaled with everything else, so there is. Or I just need to, so maybe this positioning of the nose are incorrect, so maybe I should maintain the nose higher and consider that the position of these features are incorrect even from here and from here. So what I'm doing from the side is the correct. So I'm gonna point out this and this, and essentially yeah, it's the only thing that really matters here. Neck, length here. Yeah, I see a message. Hold on. It's already very late here. Yes, I'll go to sleep. Yeah, see you soon, bro. Thanks for Cat Moon. I'll watch the rerun tomorrow. See you. No, feel free to react or not. Tomorrow I'll bring new stuff in, I hope. But yeah, have a good night. Good rest. And see you soon. Thanks for watching. Feel free to be around. Yes, as for me, I'm gonna continue trying to get this this stuff. Yeah. Okay, so this seems to be, yeah, now I've just broke the stuff, so we need to get here the side body. Yes, so I don't need these things anymore. Join right, join left. So I need to clean up the grease pen, so it's a fundamental step to like, but apparently if I do this from edit mode, I'll not see the real result, which is horrible. No, it's the merge one. Okay. This seems to have... Alright. So this seems to have... Yeah, this disrupted a lot of things. This is the middle term, so we got... Okay, I've lost some data, but now erasing is clean. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot also to... It's a different character, so it's... Yeah, then this stuff here are different. So I've made some mistakes here, but nothing too critical. I'm gonna go in for intuition here, right? Now it's fast, now I can focus. Yes, let's continue here and get this is the eyelash. It'll be about here. I don't have the comparison here, so it's not ideal, but here at least this time I'm gonna erase all that so we get a cleaner. Yeah, so we might need a little more. This is why the neck might need to be a little bit for this. The taller the character, need to It's a very peculiar thing. I've lost the position of the mouth. So another thing that, yeah. Let's try again. No. She goes down, right? Alright, let's try again. So it is likely that I made a mistake here indeed. Same will go for the positioning of the mouth. Probably a bit lower should be. Okay, I think this can work for very subtle details. The eye here is weird in relation to the upper cheek. It's just not following correctly. It's like excavated here maybe. Yeah, this curvature needs to be okay, much better now. And here is needs some strength to draw this one. Yeah, so this is even harder for her to get the, on her character design, to get this shape here very difficult. But we'll see better when we have the gonna face the modeling. For me, this shows that for me that this is likely to work. Well, some adjustments there in the nose, we're gonna make some comparisons later, but that seems good. So then we have this thing that I haven't made any transfer here to visualize, right? There's the problem. The next little doubts here. Then there will be the cloth, right? Model sheets, the hair. So we don't need this. So here it will be front fix, which we are not using right now. We have a side fix, already also the same thing for the side. We have the hair. I've been doing the hair separately, it's better. So I'm gonna get this sketch. We can probably move this more to the side. And so what you need, gonna need like here, we need also top, right? Yeah, so I'm just leave something here that we need to address. Here front, here side, here top. No, I don't. Could be interesting, but it's challenging and it might not even help too much actually. It's very difficult to draw, so maybe on certain hairs I could do this, but for this one I don't think so. Then also costume. Costume front, costume side, and essentially that would be the remaining things to complete this character design, Natashe. And then we gonna reuse the model, right? And we need to delete the face, or at least maybe not the skull, but the face, because it's so difficult. The shapes are so different sometimes that, yeah, but there's the topology. So yeah, the idea will try to reconstruct. We'll see. Maybe I can reuse. If the character design of the face of the characters is, I remember, it's actually more, this I'm talking about is more about the eyes region. Yeah, because the eyes can be very different. So it's more about the eyes region, the eyes topology region, and the maybe sometimes the cheek, the mouth. So far, because I'm using the same technique methods, so in principle, no, the mouth will be the not the problem. So maybe the chin topology. No, it's so I remember more the cheeks, the cheekbone area, and the orbicularis oculi and their eyes, because eyelids, all that, because even though they are circular, the topology anyways, around the eye holes and all the eyelids, the eyelashes are very different. The rest position of the eye holes, right, the shape of the eyes themselves, it changes everything, right? Not everything actually, it's it causes a lot of things that we need to readapt and even think about the rigging process, because if the character design has a position that is very hard to rig by default, then we might have to use some special rigging tricks. I showed that in case of Dorothy, where here, just gonna share that, and you see this angle here is horrible for eyelids. If the eyelids start here and here it's diagonal, right, somewhat about here, right, then if we try to get the eyelids on a rest position that is exactly like that, there would be an angle here for closing the eyelids, which will be very, very bad, very difficult for skinning. So we don't want this. So instead what I did, okay, I kept the eye hole, the shape of the eyes like this, but for the eyelids I've made a rest position that is not like this nor like this. I made slightly horizontalized, as if the eyelids were half starting to get to close for both bottom and top, especially for the top, but also the bottom. So then this half closed, let's say about 85% closed, open, 85% open eyelids, meshes of rest position, binding pose state, allowed me to rig this easier, the eyelids posing. And then we have more problem with the stylized eyelash. So these eyes of this character are very, very tricky. One of the most complicated eyes that I've ever tried to rig. Yeah, and strangely enough, it's the first character that I tried to make, and after many back and forth, turns out that I don't know, maybe I need to revise my previous versions. In the end I found much more problems than I could in the beginning, that's what I mean. So it's very tricky, even though in the beginning I might have been luckier and find easier solutions, and now I know more about the technical problems of everything, so I know why things many things didn't work on finding. Okay, anyways folks, this is it for this day. I intend to finish this tomorrow, so maybe I stream this tomorrow and then maybe address the modeling, because this is very important. My characters, making characters for me is super important, so I think she was about time to get in place, and if I have her, I can bring her to, yeah, this will be a lot for the video upcoming on the Sci-Fi universe. So Natashe, Kacey, she has a sister also. The sister is kind of a crazy inventor, but that's another story. So folks, thanks for watching, hope that was interesting. Take care, happy blending, have a nice weekend, see you soon. I hope you get inspiration for magical inspiration for your projects. See ya folks.